review of the Squier Vintage Modified Jaguar. The Squier Vintage Modified Jaguar, as the name suggests, is essentially a vintage reissue guitar which has been subtly tweaked in order to make it slightly more palatable for the modern guitarist. In this instance we have Fender's 9.5 inch radius fingerboard, which is their modern standard, and in this instance it really does help to improve the Jaguar's playability. In all other respects, the vintage reissue integrity remains completely intact. The solid body is made of basswood, and it features the lovely contouring that makes the Jaguar and the Jazzmaster such lovely comfortable guitars to play. The contouring is a little bit more Strat-like on the Jaguar, whereas the Jazzmaster tends to be more of a kind of a rounded glob. But we have a rib cage contour and a subtle forearm contour here on the Jaguar's body. It's very comfortable and very nice to play. The Jaguar, like the Jazzmaster, has two separate circuits, lead and rhythm. This again harks back to the early days of Fender guitars, or the early days of rock and roll, where the electric guitar was still viewed mainly as an instrument for country music, western swing and jazz. Loud, overdriven blues rock was still yet to be born really in the early 1960s. So this is where the design is coming from. They're thinking more of a jazz player or a country player. The lead circuit features on and off switches for the two pickups. Instead of a toggle switch, you simply select the pickup you want by turning either both of them on together or turning the one off that you don't want. This switch here is a choke switch, that's what it's normally called by Jaguar aficionados, and it's a treble filter. It boosts the high end for a little bit more of a twangy, biting, trebly sound. Flick this switch into the up position and we bypass the lead circuit. Now we've got the rhythm circuit only. That just uses the neck pickup. So here we've bypassed the master tone and master volume controls. We've bypassed the pickup selector. All we're dealing with now is the neck pickup on its own, and we have a roller volume and a roller tone. The idea is you can have two preset sounds. You can have your lead sound preset to whatever pickup you wish with the choke switch on or off. Then you can flick up to a preset rhythm sound. It's quite ingenious really, even though today it does seem perhaps a little bit old-fashioned. Well, let's see how she sounds. The rhythm circuit disengages the lead circuit, and it's the neck pickup on its own. The Squier Vintage Modified Jaguar gives you all of the right vibe for a very competitive price. Plus you get improved playability thanks to the 9.5 inch radius fingerboard. Its sounds, I would say in a modern context, they're ideal for country music, funk, any styles where you need that spiky, cutting, bright tone. Despite the 24 inch scale, I wouldn't really say that blues rock is this guitar's natural suit, but there you go. Rules are made to be broken, and you can use this guitar in whatever context you see fit. It's still very much an indie guitarist's icon, and deservedly so. I think Squier have really nailed it with this guitar. They've got the price right, they've got the specs right, and it really does hark back to the quality days of the old Squiers from the 80s.